Grand Rising, everybody. Sorry for the day delay. A lot of things went on, but we continue on to Lesson 41 The Sacred Economy of Light, Wealth Exchange, and Divine Reciprocity. Let's begin. In this lesson, we are reclaiming one of the deepest distortions ever cast by empire the corruption of exchange. They taught humanity that wealth was power over, but in the original order, wealth was light and motion. The sacred economy of light is not about coins or credit. It's about energy flow, reciprocity, and creation through alignment with source. When the flame of exchange burns true, everyone thrives because wealth is no longer hoarded, it circulates as life force. Now, the original law of exchange. Before money, before trade, there were offerings. Each being gave from its overflow and received through resonance. Trees gave fruit, river gave water, people gave service, song, and skill, all in sacred rhythm. This was divine reciprocity, the law of giving and receiving in equal honor. Empire broke that rhythm by introducing ownership instead of stewardship, taxation instead of contribution, profit instead of purpose, and debt instead of gratitude. By doing so, they trap humanity in an artificial current, a counterfeit of abundance. Now, here's the sacred flow of wealth. In divine order, wealth equals energy plus integrity. It is measured not by how much one holds, but by how freely one gives without depletion. The sacred flow moves in three directions. One, upward to source, offerings of gratitude, prayer, and intention. Number two, outward to others, service, generosity, teaching, or support. And three, inward to self, receiving rest, nourishment, and replenishment. When one direction is blocked, scarcity appears, not as punishment, but as a signal. Flow needs balance. Now, wealth distorted by empire. Empire took what was free, light, labor, love, and land, and also placed price tags on them. They taught you must earn your right to exist. Worth is determined by status, not soul. Service must be transactional, not sacred. This inversion disconnected humanity from the source of supply, which is infinite. Thus began the cycles of hoarding, exploitation, and lack. People forgot that abundance was not out there, it was within and in between. Restoring the sacred economy. To restore the true flow, we must re-spiritualize exchange, meaning bring spirit back into every form of giving and receiving. One, work becomes offering. Every service, product, or creation is an altar. You give not for approval, but for alignment. Number two, money becomes messenger. It carries frequency. When given with joy, it amplifies joy. When given with fear, it echoes fear. Number three, receiving becomes worship. When you receive without guilt, you affirm Source as the provider. Gratitude is the highest currency. And number four, generosity becomes protection. The open hand becomes the shield. When energy moves, it cannot stagnate or corrupt. Now, here are the principles of the sacred economy. The principle, energy must move, meaning flow equals life, hoarding equals decay. And the application for it, give, invest, tithe, create, don't clutch. Principle number two, integrity determines abundance. The meaning, frequency, not force, attracts. And the application for this, align your offerings with truth. Principle number three, service is sacred. The meaning of this, work done with intention carries power. And the application, cleanse motives before you act. Number 4, receiving is divine, meaning to receive honors the giver and source. And the application is say yes without guilt. And number 5, gratitude multiplies. The meaning appreciation amplifies vibration, and the application is thank every exchange, every breath. Now here's a practice for the collective. The flow of gold. 1, sit quietly with the candle or a gold object. 2, say aloud, I open the flow of divine reciprocity. What I give returns multiplied in light. I receive with grace. I circulate with joy. Number 3, visualize golden light moving through your hands like a river, in and out, endlessly. Number 4, afterwards, give something freely, a kind word, an offering, or a gift, without expectation. And number 5, watch how the flow returns, often through unexpected blessings. Now, signs that you're returning to the sacred flow. You no longer feel fear around giving. Opportunities appear without chasing. Money and resources begin to align with purpose. You find joy in service rather than burnout. Synchronicities increase. You think of a need and it appears. These are not miracles. They are natural outcomes when the light current is restored. Now here is a collective reflection. We are entering a time where conscious commerce replaces exploitation. Communities will thrive through circles of exchange, not competition. Wealth will no longer pool in towers, but flow through networks of light. This is the sacred economy of the golden age, where every transaction is an act of worship, every creation a form of prayer, and every being a living conduit of divine flow. The wealth of one is the wealth of all. The light of one feeds the flame of many. The currency of heaven is love in motion. And that Flame Family Spirit team is lesson 41, which is the sacred economy of light, wealth, exchange, and divine reciprocity. Pretty much the end, what you give out, again, going to come back regardless. Now, in lesson 42, it's the temples of light rebuilt, sacred spaces, homes, and centers of renewal. See you next assignment.